יש פה, אתה יודע, חריגים, עניינים, צריך לבדוק את הכל.
Oh, she didn't want to mess around with them. Look at that gun.
Oh yeah, that's quite a nasty weapon, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So I am sorry, really. It seems that we cannot go.
Oh, Anton.
I am sorry, really. It's a strictly feast, they say, of the Muslims. Indeed, it's not one of the main feasts at all, really. I don't know what kind of feast it came today.
Feast of St. Ambrose.
They say the feast of the head of the year of the Muslims, but it's not a feast, you know, of a
So they're only
big
allowing
feast.
Muslims to go.
Only Muslims are allowed. The other side, Jewish, are only Jewish. And today, they're only for the Muslims, you know. You cannot lie and tell them we are Muslims.
No.
But, you know.
All right then. We tried.
We tried. And that's enough.
So
Don't
this
worry.
is the, I'm sorry, but this is it, huh? This is it. I mentioned that story to you down in Beersheba. It happened there. See where the hand over there? To the left side, the gentleman there, the police, is near the tomb of Avner. You see, all the way to the left. We call it Abu an-Nur. Abu an-Nur. You see, what happened? Who made the cave who improved the cave was Herod the Great later. Herod made a beautiful tomb to the Patriarchs. He made walls, he made everything. And then after them, above that, you see the level of the entrance. See that gate, the green gate, the level of the entrance. This is a crusade. The Crusaders made a church. If you take the minaret down, take the minaret off, you have a church. That's a church. When the Crusaders were defeated, they changed the church to a mosque. In order to be a mosque, they added only what? They added a minaret. That's it. So you are in the front of a church, tend to be a mosque. Under that, you have the tombs, and under the tombs, all the way down, you have the patriarchs, the three patriarchs. The Muslims added to this story the tomb of Joseph. You know, Joseph was really buried up in Shechem, not in here. He was buried in Shechem. The Muslims believe that they brought his bones later on down to the tomb, near the tomb of his father Jacob. And there's nothing, we don't have literature in the Bible about that at all, really, the Holy Bible. No literature about where the bones of Joseph were brought here or not. But we know that if you go to Shechem, there's a tomb for Joseph, for Yosef, up in Shechem. This is brief, really, and David, don't forget David, the king of Hebron for 7 years. Later he went to Jerusalem and he took Jerusalem. I am sorry, you know, we cannot really do it better than this. It is a little distance, and, you know, this is the only one time we can do Hebron. They will allow us, checking for us, I don't know. But really, I was last year, in a day like this day, I mean, not today like today, like 13 days after this day. You know, the Muslim feasts, they are not fixed. They go according to the moon. You know, next year this day will be 13 days before today, you know, every time they follow the moon, you see. And they allow us, this is not a big feast, you know, to the Muslims. Look, there is nothing look like feast at all, but everything in the hands of the army. And what the army says, it's always right. And all the excuses of the army are really right. Nobody can make any negotiation with them at all. They know what is going. We have to respect what they say and do. Listen, we'll see how things are going to go, and soon, yeah, what shall you do? This is like this. Some days not. There are two entrances, one for the Jewish entrance and one for the Muslim entrance. So the Jewish, if you go to Jewish, you cannot go to all the place. You come from the Muslims, you go from the... This was really before 67, only Muslim, only Arabs come here, before 67. Now after 67, they divided the times and divided the places. You have some days only Jewish, you have some days only Muslims, you have some days comme ci, comme ça, you know, it's really it's not easy, it's very complicated. But you know, we have indeed really, we have to respect what they say, you know, we cannot do anything against the army, Yeah. Any question before we...
You have a question?
Yes, sorry.
Oh, you answered it.
High security is attention, you know. Don't forget, I told you, 1929, there was a big Jewish quarter in this area here. That area. And that area, you know, they left their quarter. They left it. In 1929 was a big masquerade here. They left it. Who took the houses? Arabs, they took their houses. After 1967, the city is Jewish, under the Jewish occupation. What happened? Their demand is to return back to their houses. They return back to their houses. So they still have attention. This is my house, this is your house, this is always like this. There's always tension here. You see.
Yeah.
Esau, they were twins. So later the name was known all over the world. I mean, in the literature, books of literature, Jacob. Israel like a title. Like a title. But his name is Yaakov. This is the entrance. To look at the building to the right. It's a good picture from here in case you like this picture. The building to the right, all those big rocks proceed higher. The fields down, they are Herod the Great. Herod the Great, then Crusade. Then the Muslims, they added only the tower, the minarets.
Can we stop for a picture?
Yes, sure, yeah.
Can't go down.
Yeah, if you like to go down to shoot the picture before we leave.
Okay.
Yes, he will stop.